the Times Square, New York City World Wrestling Federation pre-WrestleMania workout. What a beautiful day in New York City. We are just 5 days away from WrestleMania 11. Nearly every participant from WrestleMania 11 will be here today, including Lawrence Taylor. Big Daddy Cool Diesel will be in the house. Everybody in the World Wrestling Federation will be here, including the men stepping into the middle of the ring right now. They will team up at WrestleMania 11. Tag team, and what an awesome team, very popular. Made in the USA, Lex Luger, and the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, ladies and gentlemen. They will face Jacob and Eli Blue 5 days from now at WrestleMania 11. Lex, what a day in New York City. You guys appearing together, Times Square, pre-WrestleMania workout. How you feeling right now, 5 days away?
The time is getting near. A new day is dawning in tag team wrestling. The British Bulldog and myself, this is our official debut as a tag team, and we're real excited about it, aren't we, Davey?
That's right. You're going to see the British Bulldog and Lex Luger, the International Power Alliance, step in the ring at WrestleMania. We're looking in good shape now, but 5 days from now when we step in the ring in Hartford, Connecticut live, we're going to be in the best physical shape of our life. And me and Lex Luger are going to shoot to the top of the World Wrestling Federation and become the next World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions.
Let me ask you guys, from both sides of the ocean, both sides of the shore, teaming up, one of the most popular tag teams in World Wrestling Federation history, how will you guys take on Eli and Jacob Blue, mirror twins? Is there any strategy that you're going to employ going into this matchup?
Well, Davey and I look at it this way. He's been successful on his own. I've been successful on my own. It's new as a tag team, but we're confident in our abilities. We're confident in our experience. We're going to let that carry us through. There's a lot of good, fine young tag teams out there throwing their hat in the ring, and we're going to be ready for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, made in the USA, Lex Luger, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, a tag team at WrestleMania 11, just 5 days away. And the fans in Times Square here in New York City love them. They are getting pumped up for a little warm-up match here, folks. Don't forget, WrestleMania includes the stars of the World Wrestling Federation as well as the stars in Hollywood. Pam Anderson will be there, Nicholas Turturro from NYPD Blue. You will see Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And right now you're getting a look at either Eli or Jacob Blue, I'm not sure, along with Uncle Zebekiah. Very difficult to tell these guys apart. I'll tell you that if I could get a word very quickly. Uncle Zebekiah with Eli and Jacob Blue, you guys will be facing one of the most popular tag teams in the World Wrestling Federation history, really. Crowd favorites. What kind of strategy are you going to employ come WrestleMania just 5 days away?
Well, I don't know if Lex Luger's going to listen to me or the British, but let me tell you but one thing. This is a match at WrestleMania 11 that's going to alter the course of tag team wrestling here in the World Wrestling Federation. Now, I don't know what they're thinking, but I know what Jacob and Eli are thinking, and I'm as serious as I can be. WrestleMania 11 right around the corner. I'm talking graveyard serious. Now, I want to welcome them to Bluesville. We're compassionate, caring men. I want to welcome them to Bluesville. Population 3, and no outsiders are welcome. There's no cover charge and there's no closing time. We're going to invite them into the house at WrestleMania 11. We're going to have a good time, and then we're going to ask them to leave. But when they leave, they're going to be humiliated. They're going to be embarrassed. And Jacob and Eli, we're going to rule the rest of 1995 and well into 1996 in the World Wrestling Federation, because these guys are pride. We're ready, and we're like, we are family, and when you kick one of us, we all limp, and I want them to remember it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Eli and Jacob Blue, who will meet made in the USA, Lex Luger and the British Bulldog 5 days from now at WrestleMania 11. As a matter of fact, we're going to see Lex Luger and the British Bulldog in a little warm-up matchup here momentarily, so stay with us. As a matter of fact, Larry Young is here with us this afternoon as well. Remember when they used to play baseball? A real live American League umpire. I got to find him over here. Where is he? Hey, there he is. You snuck up on me. How are you, sir? What a pleasure to have you here.
That's nice to be somewhere.
This has got to be a little different for you. About now, you guys are working out. You're in spring training. Season's supposed to start on Sunday. Any news on that?
Well, there's big news today with the new proposal that the owners have put forth. We'll see if that has any effect on the strike. Only time will tell.
Well, I'll tell you, at WrestleMania, you better be ready because anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation.
That's true. That's true. It's good to be involved in the World Series of Wrestling.
Great to have you here. All right, thank you very much. I'm going to step out of the ring, folks. This Sunday night on pay-per-view, WrestleMania 11, a little warm-up match now. Tony DeVito in the squared circle, along with Mike Dow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little warm-up match. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, made in the USA, Lex Luger, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith. I got to tell you, Lex, if you guys look anything like this 5 days from now, I would not want to be Jacob or Eli Blue.
That's exactly right. This is just a taste, the start of the International Power Lounge, the British Bulldog, and made in the USA, Lex Luger. bigger and better things to come.
All right, Lex, give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-WrestleMania Times Square workout in New York City. A beautiful day, expecting millions of fans. Police have cordoned the entire area off. Lots more to come. As we said, nearly every participant who will be at WrestleMania 11 will make an appearance here today in beautiful New York City. Thousands of fans, as you can see, from all over. We're on the big the Sony Jumbotron, and wait a minute, Bob Backlund. Bob Backlund's supposed to, can we get an official? Let's get an official in. Can we get an Bob Backlund, what's the meaning of it? You're not even scheduled to be here.
I could be any place at any given time, young man.
What is the meaning of this? What did they do to you? I don't understand.
It's my purpose in life. It's my onus to get to the crux of the conversation immediately. And this is what's going to happen in WrestleMania. The chicken wing will prevail. It will prevail. It's the greatest hold in professional wrestling. No matter what you people think. What are you doing here today? What are you doing here today?
They seem to be screaming, we want Bret.
Yeah, they want him in the chicken wing. All these people love Mr. Bob Backlund. I feel excitement in their bodies, and they're going to give me the energy to destroy the Hitman in WrestleMania. The chicken wing forever.
Bob Backlund, ladies and gentlemen, scheduled to meet the Hitman Bret Hart in the I Quit match. Remember, the only way you win an I Quit match is by getting your opponent to say those words, I quit, over the public address system. I have no idea why Bob Backlund was here. He was not scheduled to appear. Moving along this afternoon, I don't know if Bob Backlund's going to stay or not, but we have to press on. Ladies and gentlemen, the $1 Million Corporation, led by Ted DiBiase, and of course, King Kong Bundy, who will meet The Undertaker here 5 days, the Hartford Civic Center, WrestleMania 11, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, exclusively on pay-per-view. Ted DiBiase motioning all about money. Don't forget, it'll be King Kong Bundy and The Undertaker. Remember what happened originally back at the WWF Royal Rumble. The match was The Undertaker and IRS. However, after the matchup, King Kong Bundy came on, you can see it, and just unbelievably went toe-to-toe with the man from the dark side, The Undertaker. Now keep your eye on the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and Paul Bearer. This proves to be very, very important. IRS right there coming back, and on behalf of Ted DiBiase, repossessing the urn for the $1 Million Corporation. As soon as The Undertaker looked off to see what was happening, King Kong Bundy took advantage of the situation. Boom, the big slam in the corner, and as you will see, the splashes rain down on the man from the dark side, The Undertaker. Irwin R. Shyster laughing. He is not here today, having some tax problems. He's got to clear everything out. However, it's unbelievable. Ted DiBiase along with King Kong Bundy. Let me just simply ask you, do you think this will be a repeat performance 5 days from now at the Hartford Civic Center, or was it a fluke?
Exactly. It'll be a repeat. One picture is worth a million words. You just saw it. We all have the power of The Undertaker. We possess his urn, and that is the essence of his power. King Kong Bundy is going to send The Undertaker right back where he came from. He's not going to be 6 feet under. He's going to be 12 feet under at the hands of the man in the avalanche.
Well, wait a minute.
Then you saw it. The world saw it. We came face to face. The Undertaker wanted him laid on the ground. I've seen something. I've seen something nobody else has seen. I've looked into those cold, lifeless eyes, and I've seen those eyes flicker with fear. I've seen fear in the eyes of The Undertaker, and you're going to see it again.
King Kong Bundy, ladies and gentlemen, and Paul Bearer and The Undertaker making their way into the ring. Paul Bearer, obviously, you will be looking to get the urn back at WrestleMania 11, but wait a minute, we might have something go right here.
Oh, yes, the sacred urn! How dare Ted DiBiase steal my Undertaker's prized possession? Look at this top-end view! WrestleMania 11, my Undertaker and King Kong Bundy!
Ladies and gentlemen, you obviously know people who have faced The Undertaker have just simply disappeared and are no longer, look at the eyes of the man from the dark side. There is no question that look at the focus on The Undertaker just staring at King Kong Bundy. What's gonna happen 5 days from now when The Undertaker squares off with King Kong Bundy? I wanna see if I can get a word. Undertaker, we can ask you just for a second. King Kong Bundy says it's going to be a repeat performance of what happened at the Royal Rumble. Splash after splash raining down. He says he is ready to meet you head on 5 days from now at WrestleMania 11.
April 2nd, when the sun sets, April 2nd, the man you know as King Kong Bundy will never be the same again. When I return to the dark side, not only will I have in my possession my urn, but that urn will be filled with the soul of King Kong Bundy. The man you know will no longer exist. The darkness will prevail, and Bundy will fall. Rest in peace.
5 days from now, Paul Bearer and The Undertaker obviously will be looking to get that urn back and gain that psychological advantage again. The only thing that stands in their way, King Kong Bundy, a man who says he will have a repeat performance of what happened at the WWF Royal Rumble. Certainly a classic confrontation just 5 days away, exclusively on pay-per-view. You can hear the music, ladies and gentlemen. None other than the King of Hearts, Owen Hart, who will get a shot, finally, at the gold. WWF Tag Team title on the line at WrestleMania 11. The Smoking Guns will defend against Owen Hart and a mystery partner. Owen says he will not announce who that partner is until WrestleMania. However, hopefully I can pin him down here this afternoon. We are in beautiful New York City on a gorgeous day on the East Coast. Traffic is stopped as Owen, the King of Hearts, tries to make his way across the street. We are right where 7th Avenue splits with Broadway in the heart of Manhattan, the Big Apple. And here comes Owen Hart, obviously not a crowd favorite here in New York City. Owen Hart, let me just ask you if I can you shine any light on who this mystery partner is going to be at WrestleMania 5 days away?
I'm not telling you. So close to WrestleMania, I'm not telling anybody, but I'll tell you this much. My mystery partner is going to take me straight to the top, and it's going to get me the WWF Tag Team belts like I've always wanted. It's just one step in my whole plan to conquer the World Wrestling Federation and prove that I am the best heart in the Wrestling Federation.
You're saying the WWF Tag Team title will be around your waist and your mystery partner when you leave Hartford in 5 days?
Absolutely, Smoking Guns. Shine your belts up. Take a nice look at them for the last time, because after WrestleMania 11, Owen Hart, the King of Hearts, and my mystery partner are walking out of that ring with the belts around our waist. And these people here, they have no class for a king and a man of my high integrity and my high standards.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King of Hearts, Owen, obviously not a fan favorite here. However, you will see Owen Hart in a little exhibition match, a warm-up match here, as it were. I'm going to step out of the ring. Obviously, folks, a couple of unbelievable days in the life of Owen Hart. The big no-holds-barred match with his brother Bret. And let's watch the action in Times Square, New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, the King of Hearts, Owen, who already said, come WrestleMania 11, he will be wearing the tag team gold with a mystery partner. If this is any indication at all, it may very well happen just 5 days from now. Crowd in New York City screaming, we want Bret, we want Bret.
I want him too. I've wanted him all my life. These people want Bret. I've wanted him all along, but I'm going to show everybody that I can do everything that my brother Bret ever did in the World Wrestling Federation, and I'm going to do it better.
The King of Hearts, Owen, screaming here, we want Bret. We'll see what happens. You had the big no-holds-barred match with Bret Hart. It didn't turn out the way you would have liked.
Well, Bret, I'm putting all my emphasis on getting the WWF Tag Team belts. I'm a tag team wrestler now, Bret. I am going to be the WWF Tag Team Champions, and me and my mystery partner are going to reign supreme, and we are going to walk all over all competition here in the WWF.
Wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and Lex Luger taking umbrage to those comments of walking over every tag team in the World Wrestling Federation. They would have different news. You just heard Lex say he heard enough. Owen Hart getting out of the ring. You never know what's going to happen, folks, here in the World Wrestling Federation. Owen seems to be cornered now with nowhere to go. Davey Boy Smith on one side, Lex Luger on the other, and Owen Hart in the middle. Where's he going to go? He's trying, he came through the other side, and Owen sneaks out. Just made it out of here in Times Square, New York City, but nowhere really to go. Traffic at a standstill. British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and Lex Luger hearing enough, coming on to end the interview with Owen Hart. You can hear the music playing, ladies and gentlemen, of the one and only Heartbreak Kid. Shawn Michaels, of course, with that new protection. His bodyguard, Psycho Sid. This Sunday night, only on pay-per-view. Call your local cable company, folks. Big Daddy Cool Diesel, WWF champion against the challenger, Shawn Michaels. Will Psycho Sid be the equalizer? Let's get a word with Shawn if we can. Shawn, now 5 days away from WrestleMania 11, the sold-out Hartford Civic Center. Your chance at the gold against your one-time friend and one-time tag team partner, Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen of the world. Welcome to Times Square in NY, and the leader of the new generation. For those of you scoring along at home, I am the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the man who on April 2nd will be the new World Wrestling Federation champion, Todd Pettengill. I am taking the God-given natural ability that I have and taking on a 7-foot, 300-pound giant. In the past, it couldn't be done. But somebody with my ability, this is the 90s, and anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation, and when it does, it's usually because of the old HB Kid himself. And at WrestleMania 11, that will be no exception. The sparks are going to fly.
Let me ask you, Sid, now being the bodyguard of Shawn Michaels, What do you feel your role will be 5 days from now at WrestleMania 11 with Big Daddy Cool Diesel in the ring?
Listen, Todd, it will be simple. My role will be simple. I will stand there at WrestleMania 11, and I will witness this man break the heart of Diesel. And then you will realize, my friends, you will realize then exactly why they call him the Heartbreak Kid. Because Diesel at WrestleMania, he's going to break your heart. He's going to take your trophy. And together we are going to stand there. And we are going to laugh and laugh and laugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, you can hear by the music, the WWF champion, Big Daddy Cool.
I'm sick of the bleeding heart of Diesel. It's American dream. It's American dream. Well, your dream, my friend, has now become a nightmare.
I tell you what, is it confidence or is it the fact that this man is a 6'8", 300-pound lunatic? One thing is for sure, I feel good. I got all the confidence in the world. And Big Daddy Cool, all the stature in the world, isn't going to help you April 2nd. Nobody can take him apart like the Heartbreak Kid. And like a surgeon, I'm going to tear you down.
It is true, ladies and gentlemen, no one has been on a bigger role in the World Wrestling Federation of late than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. But does he have enough to take on the WWF champion, Big Daddy Cool Diesel? Again, a one-time friend. Big Daddy now getting set to make his way into the squared circle. Traffic at an absolute standstill. We are in the shadow of the greatest city in the world. Empire State Building directly in back of us. Thousands of fans in Times Square sharing their lunch hour. And the stare is on. Five days from now.
I can take you back in New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, WWF champion.
Running out here. What nonsense have these two been running out here?
Well, they've been saying that there's no way they can lose. Shawn Michaels says he feels more confident than ever. He has Psycho Sid in his corner. He says he's on a roll, and he's going to take the belt away from you in 5 days at WrestleMania.
Anybody's on a roll in the World Wrestling Federation is Big Daddy Cool, and they know it. Intercontinental champ, tag champ, and now world champ, all in a period of what, 8 months?
Who do I have to thank for that, big man?
Me.
No, me.
and
I
God
got
above,
news for
baby.
you.
Me and God above, and nobody
Even
else.
he ain't gonna help you April 2nd, my friend.
Hey, I don't need any help. And I'm not the one that recruited help.
Let me ask you a question.
Heartbreak Kid,
Let me tell you something.
How does it make me?
When this song is at your feet and he's looking up and he's going, please, Shawn, please don't hurt me anymore. Will you continue? Afraid so, Jack. I got no love lost for you, big man.
As close as you're gonna get to it, baby. It's close. Oh,
You know I'll go with you, pal. Nobody knows me like you do.
time to put up or shut up, baby.
We'll go.
Oh yeah.
We'll go.
Oh yeah.
5 days from now at WrestleMania 11, folks, WWF Championship on the line. Big Daddy Cool Diesel, the class of the World Wrestling Federation and the new leader of the WWF New Generation, says he's all set and ready to take on Shawn Michaels and Psycho Sid if need be. Ladies and gentlemen, again, Lex Luger and the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith coming on just to ensure that things do not get out of hand in Times Square. Tempers are flaring whenever we get this close to a World Wrestling Federation pay-per-view. Anything is likely to happen. And you can hear by the music that things are happening still in New York City in Times Square. The Intercontinental Champion, none other than Double J, Jeff Jarrett, making his way to the squared circle. But again, folks, it takes quite a bit of time for these superstars to cross 7th Avenue and Broadway here in the Canyon of Heroes, New York City. Traffic again, as we said, at a standstill, as almost 1 million New Yorkers have come out to share their lunch hour with the World Wrestling Federation. Those who can't get close enough to see are watching on the Sony Jumbotron. This is where it all happens. This is Times Square. 5 days from now, WrestleMania, exclusively on pay-per-view. Double J, Jeff Jarrett. This is what happened back in the WWF Royal Rumble. Watch Razor Ramon. You see, he gets his leg up, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happened after the roadie attacked Razor Ramon. The wheel goes out from under the bad guy, and Double J takes full and willful advantage of that by rolling up Razor Ramon. He becomes the brand new Intercontinental Champion, 1, 2, 3. And again, as you can hear from this crowd, the roadie always with Double J Jeff Jarrett, but now we know Razor Ramon will have the 1, 2, 3 kid in his corner just 5 days from right now. Double J Jeff Jarrett,
what do you want, Ben?
5 days away, your meeting with the bad guy Razor Ramon.
Put my shades on because my career is so bright and shining. WrestleMania 11, the biggest pay-per-view extravaganza of all time, and the greatest singer, the greatest entertainer, and Lord knows, the greatest wrestler in the world today, Double J Jeff Jarrett. Going in the Intercontinental Champion and coming out the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, and ain't I great?
Well, we know the roadie.
That's J-E-double-F. J-A-double-R-E, double T. That's Double J Jeff Jarrett. And the Road Dogg, baby. Oh.
We know the roadie's going to be in your corner. But what about the 1, 2, 3 kid with Razor Ramon?
Hey, 1, 2, 3 kid. Does your mama and daddy know you're playing wrestler?
Yeah. Pat and Gail, we're just 5 days away, right?
5 days.
Oh, Razor Ramon, you better get that knee all in shape because everybody knows what happened at the Royal Rumble, don't we, Pat and Gail?
Well, thanks to the roadie, we know what happened when you stole the Intercontinental Championship.
Master of the figure 4. And Razor Ramon, you step into the ring, that's what's going to happen to you again. I'm slapping the figure 4 on, and I'm walking out. You're going to be hollering. You're going to think it's another I Quit match because that's exactly what he's going to be hollering. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 5 days, exclusively on pay-per-view, you will also see the Intercontinental Championship up for grabs. Double J. And look at Double J getting into a little bit with Big Daddy Cool Diesel, pointing fingers and calling names. We're going to see Double J in a little exhibition match up here. And I'm out of here. the squared circle, just 5 days away from the biggest match of his career. In fact, he's called Sunday, April 2nd, the biggest day of his life. The beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow, will step into the squared circle with none other than Lawrence Taylor. And again, as we've said earlier on, it takes quite a bit of time for the superstars to make their way across the street. Traffic, as you know, over 160,000 cabs in New York City, and I think 100,000 of them are in Times Square, so it takes some time. The entourage now coming across, and I gotta tell you folks, it is an impressive sight to see the $1 Million Corporation cross the street here in New York City. Led by Bam Bam Bigelow, of course, Ted DiBiase, the CEO of that $1 Million Corporation, Tatanka, Henry Godwin, as we said, who's standing in today for IRS. Also King Kong Bundy, who you saw earlier on, Nikolai Volkov, and Kama, newly acquired those services of the $1 Million Corporation. But as you can see, the match everybody's talking about, the match that has captured the imagination of the entire world, Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam Bigelow. 5 days from now on pay-per-view, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. Bam Bam Bigelow, let me ask you, 5 days away from a match you call the biggest of your career against Lawrence Taylor. How are you preparing at this point?
Well, we're preparing real fine. As you can see, we got the $1 Million team to watch the beast from the East back. And in 5 days, Lawrence Taylor, you made a big mistake. You stepped over the bounds and you stepped into my world, Todd. There's no pads, there's no helmets. This is the WWF, Lawrence Taylor. WrestleMania 11, April 2nd, he's going down.
Bam Bam Bigelow, what do you say about the All-Pro team? Ted DiBiase has talked about matching up individuals on the All-Pro team. What's the reaction?
Well, we got certain gentlemen assigned for the All-Pro team. The way I see it, this is the biggest, the baddest, and the toughest ever assembled in the WWF today. And when I got these guys behind me, I ain't got to worry about a thing.
Who knows what's going to happen, folks? Not only the match inside the squared circle between Bam Bam and Lawrence Taylor, but the Donnybrook that may ensue outside the squared circle really comes down to the $1 Million Corporation against the NFL. And Ted DiBiase, you have said in the past you are not concerned about LT's All-Pro team.
It's just like Bam Bam said, they are crossing the line. There's no turf here, gentlemen. This is our turf. No pads, no helmets, no halftime, no timeouts. This is all go. You have stepped into our world, and you have made a big, big mistake. And at WrestleMania 11 on April 2nd, you're going to get big time embarrassed.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Times Square pre-WrestleMania workout, awaiting the arrival of Lawrence Taylor. What's that?
He ain't going to show. We did Howard Stern in the morning, and LT said he was going to come down here and slap me around. Well, LT, I'm here, and I don't see you. Where you at, Lawrence Taylor? Where's LT?
Lawrence Taylor has not been seen so far.
He's too chicken. He ain't coming.
I do not believe that if Lawrence Taylor said he would be here.
Is he going to show up April 2nd? Are you going to be there, Lawrence Taylor? Are you going to back out?
Let's see if we can get a word with Kama. Kama, if we could get a quick word. Reggie White. Tell me about Reggie White.
You know, Reggie White is a great football player, but that's what he is a football player. He is not a wrestler. Reggie White, if you step over that line, well, McMichaels already knows what happens when you step over that line. So you better stay out of my way, because I'll go through you like never before.
The Minister of Defense, Reggie White, the unofficial captain of LT's All-Pro team, and Ted DiBiase matching members of the corporation up with the All-Pro team. And there are several individuals, ladies and gentlemen, on that team. We wait for Lawrence Taylor. We wait for the arrival. Will he be here, ladies and gentlemen? We still do not.
We don't see any of the All-Pros. Maybe they're getting cold feet.
If Lawrence Taylor said he...
man. Where's he at,
If
Tom?
he said he was going to be here.
Where's Lawrence Taylor? He said he was going to be here. I'm here. I'm waiting. I don't see him coming. What's going to happen? What's going to happen April 2nd? Is he going to show up for WrestleMania 11? Is he going to get the beating of his life?
How do you feel?
It's great, and it's just like going back to work. I look forward to it, man. I'll tell you, it's a great thing.
How are you preparing psychologically, physically? You talked about working out a little bit, getting in the squared circle, and then you said you're not going to wrestle him, you're going to brawl him.
Well, you know, Gino, my trainer's been working with me. We still learning how to fight. Well, teach me how to do a couple things. Diesel has been very, very helpful, my good friend. And we got some big things planned for Mr. Bam Bam.
Well, you may have heard Bam Bam Bigelow and the $1 Million Corporation spouting off, saying, where's Lawrence Taylor? He's not going to show. Maybe he won't show Sunday, 5 days from now at WrestleMania.
Well, there's one thing about Bam Bam, and he's not very smart. I've never turned down a challenge. I've always been there when the final bell rings and when the first bell rings. So I plan on being there on April 2nd, pay-per-view, WrestleMania 11. And I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. A wild dog shouldn't stop me from being in this fight.
Interesting to note that Lawrence Taylor has always gone to battle on Sundays while in the NFL. And WrestleMania this Sunday, you'll do battle again. A little different arena for you, but nonetheless, you'll be up, and I believe, and I got to believe all New York believes, cheering LT all day. And for the last few months, it's been on the minds of everybody in the world. I got to believe that Lawrence Taylor is not going to let anybody down.
Well, I tell you what, you know, it's a little different arena for me, and it's something I've always wanted to do when I was young. I got the chance to do it now. I'm looking at this $1 million team, but my team makes more than $1 million every weekend. So I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to this thing. And April 2nd, we have a great time. I tell you what, I'm willing to, I want to extend my hand and say, listen, man, let's have a good match. I'm telling you.
To Bam Bam?
Hey, brother.
Lawrence Taylor, Lawrence Taylor extending his hand to Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam, Lawrence has extended his hand to a match.
Come on, listen. Let's have a good match on Sunday. Just one time, shake hands, baby. Hey, this is how it's supposed to be. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man.
See if we can get a word with Lawrence Taylor. Expect anything in the World Wrestling Federation. We didn't expect it from you, Lawrence Taylor.
I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to this.
Are these your glasses?
Yeah, that's all right. I can still wear them. I can still wear them. I'll tell you, I can't wait till April 2nd. Me and him, I got something for us.
5 days away, ladies and gentlemen. Lawrence Taylor and Bam Bam Bigelow. The brawl everybody's been talking about at WrestleMania on pay-per-view. It should be incredible. Take a look at what happened here. Watch, let's take you back. Bam Bam turning his back. You can see Lawrence Taylor talking to Big Daddy Cool. And then Bam Bam, but LT was ready. The shot there, Bam Bam on top. However, Lawrence Taylor turning him over. You can see him using those powerful legs and the hips, and then everything cut loose. But remember, LT's All-Pro team was not ringside. The $1 Million Corporation was. However, Lex Luger jumped in. Big Daddy Cool Diesel, British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith. It ought to be quite an afternoon 5 days away in Hartford, Connecticut. Any message to Bam Bam Bigelow right now?
Yeah, Bam Bam, that's with my shoes on. You wait till I get my boots on. I'm kicking butt. Just a little taste of what's going to happen, baby. April 2nd, pay-per-view.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Lawrence Taylor, this Sunday night, only on pay-per-view, the World Wrestling Federation presenting WrestleMania 11.